This is being recorded. This is a Community Preservation Committee meeting. It's January 6th, 2026. And I'm Ann Mazar, and I represent the Land Use Committee. Dan, do you want to introduce yourself?
Dan Byer, the Parks Commission.
Barry Aderola, Planning Board Representative.
Amanda Lair, Conservation Commission.
Peter Denton, Housing Authority.
And Kathy?
Field Historical Commission.
Mike?
Mike Goddard, Select Board.
Did everyone have a chance to look at the minutes? Or do you need him to print?
Do I need to print the minutes too?
Do
I'll
you-
take a look at them.
I did.
Okay, great, Kathy. Are you getting everything online when I send out the agenda, Peter?
Not this time, before I did.
Because I'm sending it to Pete, you didn't get it?
No, I just checked, well, I checked it now.
You
Both
got-
my
Okay.
work and
All
I
right,
saw the agenda, but I didn't get a chance to read the minutes.
okay. You want to print them, Dan?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
All right,
It's not connected to the printer. It's very, very slow.
okay, those will be printed. Well, sorry, Barry, I'm gonna announce it again, but one thing I want to announce is a newspaper, an online newspaper that a group of us are hoping to start in January. And Sharon and Marty Luttrell, they're the ones that are sort of the ones that really wanted to start it. And then there's some other people that are volunteering also. And the idea is that that there just isn't really a local news source anymore. Like the Milford Daily News doesn't really cover Mendon anymore. The Free Press comes out once a month, but I mean, things from obituaries to events that are going on, awards that kids are getting, there's not like one central location. And so the idea is to have an online newspaper, no ads, so we're not competing with the Free Press. It's volunteers right now that are doing it. We hope to have like a calendar, with all the events that are going on in town, have resource pages. We won't have like comments or editorials because we don't really want it to turn into like a Facebook with just people complaining. It's more like a place that we're trying to pull people together, in this and have it be, very transparent and a place that if people want to learn something about Mendon or what's going on, they'll be able to go to that source. And we're going to like talk about it at the select board meeting, not this next one tomorrow, but in the following one after that, I think. And, we've been telling different people, and we're encouraging people to submit articles that they might have, might want to have in there. And that's about it. So we're just trying to let people know about it. It's also a work in progress, and it's volunteers. So it's not like, every Friday, this is going to be out, come out. But, we hope to collect information and then, have them on the website. And the name of the paper is called The Mendon Commons, and the tagline is building community through local news. And the idea is that people are so polarized now, we're not listening to each other, but if, we have one source where we can, come together for what's happening in Mendon, that it might be a positive thing. So any comments or ideas or articles, just let us know. Dan is printing the minute.
It's a great idea, Ann.
Good.
We have a need for it.
Yeah, I think it fills a gap, and it's not like
Thank you.
intruding on anything else that's happening. Yeah. Kathy, if you have that article on the Imadon Tavern too, I would love to see that.
Yeah, I just sent it over. I sent over the trifold. And I don't, most people don't know, but Dan, I'm sure does, that we received a document from 1776 addressed to what would have been the seated select board at the time, asking if the proprietors in town would pledge their loyalty to the cause, and obviously it lists the Amadon Tavern and Ichabod Amadon. So that was a very exciting a session that we got about 2 months ago. So I included that as well, and I'll include the translation of the document, because it's really, I mean, it's wonderful information. It really kind of seals the deal for Mendon and the commitment to the Revolutionary War. So it's pretty cool. So I will get that to you as well.
Okay, great. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
part of it is like, also the history of Mendon, just to let people know, what's happened in Mendon historically. People are reading minutes. Someone want to make a motion to accept the minutes?
Make a motion, to accept the minutes for 10/2/25 is written.
Second,
Oh, wait a minute. It should be 12 to
10/2.
12.
So it says, oh, that's, I'm sorry,
Okay.
I'm reading it up to minutes 12.
Okay, great. All right, any discussion? Changes? All right, all those in favor?
Dan, I,
Barry, I,
Mike A, I.
Peter, I,
Kathy?
Kathy, I.
And Mike
Mike?
GI.
And Ann Mazer, aye. We have an account that was for a historic scanner, and there's $325 in it, and we can transfer that back into the undesignated, the CPA undesignated fund balance. Would someone like to make that motion?
so move.
Second,
Any discussion?
yes, I believe that's just what's left from that overhead document scanner that was purchased.
Mhm.
So, and that's been great, I think. I know Society has it. I think we already took it here once,
Mhm.
probably a year or two ago. And then we'll have
That's
to do it
great.
again.
Jeremy says that our committee, we can transfer money back into funds, we can transfer extra funds like back into the fund balance, because we used to like bring it to the town meeting, but we don't need to do that, so.
so leftover funds from a designated
Mhm.
spending.
Yeah, and if they're
whatever's
done,
Left over,
right,
we can just do it.
Does it have to go back
clean up the books.
from where it came?
No, well,
Could you
yes,
put it
it
back
does.
Anyway.
It should, yes. First, it goes to the undesignated fund balance, and then it should go back to the account that it came from. Mhm. And I'd have to look back on that, if it was from historic or budgeted reserve.
I think it was from budget reserve, but I'm not positive.
Yeah, okay, in that case, then,
It could have been historic though.
Yeah.
It would be appropriate if it was, so
Mhm.
maybe.
right, on January 21st, we'll have the CPA and the land use 5-year plan, public hearing, which we are required to have every year at the select board meeting at 6:35. So, how do you know about that?
And I don't think we voted on that money movement.
Oh,
We have a
good
motion and a
point.
second on the floor.
Okay, good point, thank you. All right, all those in favor? Dan?
I,
Barry, I,
Mike A, I.
You're right.
Kathy?
Kathy, I.
Goddard, I.
And Mazar, aye. Thank you, Mike. Right, right, so I said the public hearing. Is there any annual town meeting articles that people know about or want to discuss?
so I know from Parks, I need to keep doing research on that kayak rack project if we're gonna be able to bring that back.
Because we're gonna need to vote on that pretty
Yeah.
soon, because the warrant will open.
And then somebody had reached out about a project at Clough, and I need to follow up with them. I haven't been able to connect over the holidays yet.
Clough
Clough
for what?
field. I think
Field.
he had a couple ideas for, I think something we've been trying to do on that court for a while. Like an outdoor, indoor soccer court situation that can be used for more things. And then I think he's interested in lights, and I'm not sure to what. I don't think necessarily what was done at the park level of lighting. But I need to talk to him and find out. It's like youth soccer.
Okay, yeah, if you could bring that to
They're
me.
looking to, now that they've had those events, then invest those funds back into the town somehow. So I don't know what level of support they could provide or anything yet, but,
Okay,
um,
well, let us know. I mean, maybe
Yeah,
after
I'll
the
find out
meeting,
when
you could
now
give
that
us more
through the
detail.
holidays,
That'd be good.
what's going on. Kathy, I can't remember, was there stuff coming from historic? Something about only cook, right?
Yes, yeah, we were gonna get some quotes together to get the leak fixed in the basement and look into getting it painted.
I think that would be it.
Okay. I know that, I don't know, maybe you know, Mike, about this, but like in the capital planning group, the upstairs of the old Taft Library is just not being used. And, CPA historic money can be used to make that upstairs functional and maybe ADA accessible. So that could be something that could be on the annual town meeting if that worked with the whole plan of how offices are going to be. I believe Jeremy's looking at that.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's there, he's thinking about it as an opportunity. I'm not sure to be ready for annual. Dan, I know from a town hall perspective, though, there might be some things, right? I don't know if the windows are still in play from a historic standpoint for the room you're in.
Yeah,
But I know, Dan, that Jeremy's focused more on wrapping up anything that needs to be done in town hall.
I better send him an invite. I think we were supposed to meet about that in the early spring to figure out the window project. I think though I think there's money already appropriate at this point. We would not be coming to annual town meeting for the full project.
Mhm.
There's a design process there, so.
Did we actually allocate money for the designs? I know Kathy, we were looking at different architects or experts to price it. I didn't know we actually allocated any CPA funds to do work yet.
I want to say it was $40,000 for the engineering.
Yeah,
Okay.
That was as
Yeah,
far as
that's
it
what I
got.
remember.
yeah, it's 40,000. So anything else? I'll send an email out to all the committees, just letting them know that, CPA funds are there, and if they have a project for the annual town meeting, they need to get it, fill out the application. Actually, speaking of the application, Dan, did you get my email on that?
I applied to you that.
Right, but then did you get my other one though, that says there's some things that and also it's true on the planning board page, like.
Yeah, I replied to that one.
Oh,
I'll
okay,
get
good.
fixed.
Great.
They screwed up our website, but it's fixed now.
Thank you. Did you keep the design guidelines up on the,
Yeah, they linked the same document twice.
okay, great,
So
Thank you for
that
fixing
form
it.
should be on the site
okay.
with working links.
And I don't really have anything else. Does anybody else have anything?
Anything going on with the housing authority water tank?
I haven't heard anything, but,
That's it. I'll make a motion to adjourn. Second.
all right, all those in favor?
Right.
Dan, I.
Barry, aye.
Amanda Blair, aye. Peter, aye.
Kathy?
Kathy, I.
Thought it, I.
Is all right. Great, thank you.
So we're gonna do February 3rd.
Yep, it's February 3rd at 7:00 would be our next meeting. And if people have anything to put on the agenda, especially since we're getting close to the annual town meeting, please let me know, okay? All right,
Thank you.
thank you.
Happy New Year.
Good night,
Mhm.
everyone.
Have a good night.
Barry, I fixed it, so you're administrator on those now.
Okay.
So if you,
I'll take care of it.
yes, you can go back, you should be able to go back and sign yourself and close them.
Take care of it tomorrow.